trying to do a quick clean out of the fridge before I go grocery shopping. Oh my gosh, that would be a cucumber from the year of our Lord 1999 apparently. I don't have the slightest idea when I bought that. So like now I need to sit here and wipe off all of my produce bags that I feel may or may not have come in contact with that, and then bleach the container. Honestly, I was just trying to go to the store. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to touch that. Oh my god, please go in the bag. Please just go in the bag. This single carrot in this bag is just gonna have to volunteer as Tribune because I'm not dealing with that. This is 100% why I line the bottom of my produce containers anyways, because try as I might, occasionally stuff like this does happen, and it's so much easier to clean up when most of the mess has absorbed in a paper towel. Are these carrots still, oh my gosh. Okay, I would actually feel terrible if I threw away all of these carrots, so I'm gonna fill them up, if you will, see if they're soft. If they're not, I'm gonna wipe down that bag and then pull this entire drawer out. This one's not looking bad at all. These salad greens though, I'm gonna have to give them a sniff because they've also been in here for like 2 weeks. How long exactly was that cucumber in there? We'll never know. But now look, the container itself looks pretty dang clean. Still gonna take it out and spray this baby down because my eyes saw what was in there, okay? Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. It's a lot going on right now. Last night, I went to iPick to see Beetlejuice and proceeded to inhale every piece of food that was laid before me. I ordered the nachos and I'm pretty sure I ate 90% of it by myself, and then went on top of that with a slice and a half of pizza and half of a dessert. I feel terrible this morning, and it's nobody's fault but my own. My stomach is just not happy, okay? I went to bed last night just feeling a little bloated, which is to be expected, you know, especially when you eat out, you just tend to feel bloated. Set aside from the fact that I ate a lot of food, but this morning I woke up and I was just like, one of these things is not like the other. I think I've taken 2 doses of Pepto so far, and I've been burping so much, and my chest just does not feel right. But I knew I had to get up in spite of, because I have a grocery pickup order that I need to go get, and I need to go in the store to pick up a couple of things. And I did get going a little bit later than I wanted to, which is actually fine because I'm hoping that I can also swing by Aldi and then still make it home by 9:30 to sign in for work. So for real, 9:30 is about to be the start time today because I just want to go out and get this stuff done. And I'm feeling like I'm not going to feel like doing this during lunch because I actually have separate errands that I need to run during lunch. I have Amazon packages to return. I'm just going to knock that out during lunch and bring it right back home because I feel like lately my lunch hour has been getting, either I haven't been taking a lunch, or either when I am taking a lunch, it's been getting eaten alive by running errands, and I would like to stop that, at least for now, because I'm finding myself in a season where I really need to be intentional about my breaks and take them and do something that I want to do during my breaks instead of something that I quote unquote have to do, or something that I'm just trying to get done now so I don't have to do when I log off. So that's the plan for this morning, and kind of like a rough out sketch for the rest of the day. I did start laundry before I left, so by the time I come back, that'll definitely be ready to get swapped into the dryer. And then I also started the dishwasher, so maybe that'll be done, but I'll just go and crack the door because sometimes that dishwasher does not dry the dishes all the way, so I'll crack the door so that the heat and the water and stuff will evaporate, so when it's time to put the stuff away, I don't have like super wet dishes everywhere. though. Are lemons this size even natural? Like, this is screaming GMO to me. Baby, my stomach is not doing well, but here I am parked outside of Aldi. The reason why I'm coming here is because I'm looking for some coconut oil and some seeds to go in some granola that I want to make. And I just knew in my heart of hearts that Kroger was just going to be doing the most with the prices of those things. I will, however, spin the block 1 or 2 times just to see what they have, because it's been a very long time since I've been in Aldi. The last time I was here, I don't even know. But one memory that I do have is that I bought a gigantic container of garlic powder for like $3. And I was just like, this is the best place ever. Before I snatch my computer up and log in from my bed, because I just feel like I need to lay down, I'm going to show you what I got from Aldi. Not Kroger, because I feel like we done been there and done that several times, and I don't think that I picked up anything out of the usual. Okay, so I went in there for nuts and seeds and things to put in some granola that I want to make, which 100% is not, I don't think that's getting made today, baby. But I found some raw cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts all in one bag, and this was pretty cheap. Where's my receipt? $4.29, and I feel like that's a pretty good deal considering how much you get in here. It's like a full 8 ounces. Then I picked up chopped walnuts because I was not sure whether or not I had walnuts up in here, and as soon as I got back and looked on top of my fridge, I definitely have walnuts. So I didn't necessarily need these, but they're not going to go to waste because fall baking is coming. These were $3.15, which I feel is so good because it's 2 cups worth of chopped walnuts, and at least at Kroger that would have been like $5 or $6. I got some pumpkin. And what else was fall related in here? That's it. I got the pumpkin because, again, fall baking is coming, and I am tossed in between whether or not I want to do a pumpkin cheesecake or some kind of like a pumpkin spiced loaf bread, which would definitely come in handy for these walnuts, but also pumpkin cheesecake just sounds absolutely divine. So I picked this can up, and this was $1.45. I feel like Libby's is over $2. So, I mean, the only thing that is in here is pumpkin. So, I don't think that anything bad is going to happen. And then making our round to something I actually went in there for was unrefined coconut oil for my granola. This jar was $4.89. And let me tell you how in Kroger this was like $7. So yeah, and then I was also in the baking aisle and I just could not help myself. I don't believe I have any lemon extract. And then last but not least, girl, well, the way my stomach is feeling, I feel like I need to stick to like really simple foods, probably for like the next day or so. So I went ahead and picked up some applesauce, and these were $1.95. And I feel like the applesauce that I bought just a few weeks ago was like $3+. So for real, based on the prices alone, I feel like it may be worth my time the next time that I write out a full grocery list to go and shop Aldi first and then go to Kroger for the things that they don't have. My memory is coming back to me because I also remember the last time that I went to Aldi, I think it might have been that same trip where I found that gigantic jar of garlic powder. I looked at their meat selection and it just was not looking bueno. So I think no matter what, I'm going to have to go to a bigger grocery store for meat anyways. But if I can save more money on like some of this basic stuff at Aldi, I'm definitely willing to try it. I also got some honey, and this organic honey was $3.99, which again, for 12 ounces of honey at Kroger, easy $6-7. So I feel like I won that trip. I really did. But now, like I said, I am going to snatch my laptop up, log in, and specifically log in from the bed, and hopefully I will get to feeling better here within like the next hour or two. I do need to take another dose of Pepto because it's not doing what it needs to do. And I'm on the, what is it, 15 mils every half an hour, and it's definitely been way over a half an hour. It's probably been like an hour between each of the doses that I've taken. So I need to catch up with that, put this little bit of stuff away, and I will catch y'all later. this up. I don't know how long they're gonna be doing this. I'm just trying to eat my crackers, y'all. And my stomach is growling or doing whatever it needs to do to process the copious amount of food I ate yesterday. But could it do it a little more quietly though? Oh no. And at the end of the day, I feel like I would rather my stomach be growling loud like this than the alternative, which is me feeling like I have to vomit, which is how I felt like earlier this morning, or like just having nausea in general. I don't have none of them symptoms right now. My stomach is just doing a lot of talking, and I wish it would just hush. Yo, today has been one of those days, okay? Specifically one of those days where I just feel like I am mentally overstimulated, and it's affecting me in a way where I just want to go run and hide. Low-key, I just want to run and hide. You ever had one of those days where it just seems like every conversation that you have, or like 98% of the conversations that you have throughout the day, feel like they're taking rather than giving? Like you're having to give part of your like energy stores to that conversation, and nothing is necessarily being replenished. It just seems like the cup is just on a slow and steady pour. That's what today has felt like, and I'm so tired. I do feel better though. Better as in my stomach is no longer beatboxing, okay? It's not it's not doing the hokey pokey, but it still just feels a little bit weird. So breakfast was light. I haven't eaten anything since. I actually just cracked open this Poppy. I saw this at the store the other day. It's the wild berry flavor by Poppy. It's actually pretty tasty. And I also bought the cherry cola one because I was influenced, okay? I didn't even know that they had that flavor out until I watched somebody else's video, and I was like, I don't even really like Coke, but something about it is making me want to try it. And I will be trying that. Honestly, I feel like I just need to eat a potato, like a baked potato or some fries. When your stomach is not doing right, fix it with a starch. So I might pull up and get me some fries, but honestly, I'm just sitting here completely dumbfounded as how this day has gone. My mind and my spirit just, they need a break. They really need a break. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, I do know what to do. I'm about to get me some french fries with no ketchup and eat those and then head back home. Excuse me, the only reason why I left the house 100% was to make these Amazon returns. And outside of a reusable grocery bag that I have in here, my little to-go bag is empty. I like to keep this bag close to my front door, and anything that needs to be handled outside of the house, I toss in that bag and I try to take care of it all at one time. It seems to work for me versus just trying to pick and choose when to remember that things need to be done. I'm so sorry. I just don't really have much to say. Like, the brain power and the mental and emotional capacity that was allotted to me for today, babes, we're super close to being like, it's empty. All right, enough of me jaw jacking. Let me find these french fries and take my butt home. Maybe I can do some reading. That would be nice. The way that I've been struggling every single day this week to get out of the bed makes no sense, y'all. It's 9:25 and the only thing that I have done is brushed my teeth and washed my face. And right after this, I need to go jump to my computer and log on. This is ridiculous. It feels like I've just been overtaken by fatigue. That's all it is. Well, is that all it is? I don't too much know, but it just feels like I've just been so tired every day for this week. I cannot get it together at all. Crawling out of bed in the nick of time to log on work is not my idea of a good time. Well, I did have one good day. I think it was yesterday. I feel like it was yesterday where I got up and I was at least able to fix myself something to eat and knock out a chore or two before I logged on, but I had to pull myself out of the bed for that. I'm actually supposed to let that dry down, but I don't have time for that. I need to hurry this up. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, so like even this morning was a struggle to get out of the bed, and I do not feel rested. I still feel like I could get like 5 more hours of sleep. And I didn't stay up late last night. I think I went to bed right around 9. I logged out of work and dozed off for all of like 10 seconds. Got startled because maintenance was at the wrong door. I was like, wait a second, I don't recall putting in a request for anything. Turns out they were at the wrong door. So after that little blip, I ended up staying awake and then did a little bit of reading. I think I almost made it to page 50 in that book, and then I went to sleep. Yeah, I went to sleep around 9, and then, like I'm saying, I woke up at like 9:15, wallowed in the bed for a minute, then got up, and here we are, just doing the bare minimum before we log on for work today. I don't know what is going on. Well, I do know what's going on. I feel like for the past few weeks, I've just been pushing myself in lots of different directions, just push and chow. And my body is just like, I saw you tried to take one little cute rest day, but baby girl, I'm gonna need you to get some more sleep. I'm gonna need you to get some more rest. That one little cute day that you got in there, I saw what you were trying to do, but it wasn't quite enough. So you're gonna get this sleep in, and you're gonna feel tired until you actually get the amount of rest that your body requires. And that's on me. That is on me. It's looking ugly outside. Like it doesn't look like it's rained at all, but judging by the sky, I feel like it's definitely gonna rain today at some point, which in my brain, I know I have, at least I think I have a package that I need to go get. So at some point for like my mid-morning break situation, I need to run to the package locker and get that, because if it starts raining before I get out there, I'm not going. And that is going to be my source of fresh air for today, because I'm not getting in that car. I need to think about just slowing down, because it's very, very clear that I'm tired. Another thing I know I need to do today is cook something to eat at some point, but that's like a problem for several hours from now. I ain't even gonna worry about it. Just make an attempt to go out and get my package, but not only is it cold, and by cold it's got to at least be hovering at 65 right now. It's cold and it's drizzling, which I'm sure is about to turn into a full-on rain. So considering that's too many negatives, I'm just gonna focus on something else, which is one, making this granola, because I really wish I would have had some this morning to go with yogurt that I didn't even eat, and substitute it for applesauce because I knew I wanted granola to go with my yogurt. And for two, I need to cook something, because I simply cannot do another takeout meal or pre-prepared meal from the freezer kind of thing for myself. I feel like maybe that is also why I haven't been feeling so great as of late. So we're gonna do that. I went ahead and prepped all of my ingredients that are over there, and I feel like the easiest thing to do would be for me to start with this granola. I'm trying to go for granola clusters and not just like a bunch of pieces of oats that happened to me last time. So I found this recipe by Aya Manfrey. I have no idea what the actual website is called. Oh, cookingwithaya.com. It's healthy homemade granola clusters. And judging by the picture, I think this is definitely going to give me granola that I am looking for. It says 1 cup of mixed raw nuts and a half a cup of mixed seeds. I did not go out for the seeds, so because I don't have that, I think I'm gonna do like 1 1/4 cup of mixed nuts. And also because I don't want my nuts like whole like this, I would rather them be smaller. I'm just gonna chop them and also add in some almonds because I've had this bag of almonds for a couple of months at this point and I need to get a move on using it. To melt this and mix it, then pour it on the sheet, and that's it. It's going in the oven. That's good. Okay, just one more little. For actual nourishment for me to eat for lunch, and that is going to be like a healthier version of Alfredo. I just found a random recipe and I know I have all of the things. What I am going to do is add chicken sausage to it that I got from Trader Joe's. I've been wanting to try these in a pasta dish ever since I picked them up, and 'tis no time like right now. This one is, what am I saying? This recipe is made with Greek yogurt, and what else? They use skim milk, but I don't have that. I'm probably just gonna sub almond milk. And I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my protein pasta. This is actually really good. Like, I cannot tell a large difference between this and like whole wheat pasta. So I'm about to make that happen too.
Dump and a jump. Top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Get your line, what you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go, it's only up from there. I've been on my own, just running through the fields. Hey, vivid for the ears, I know that's how they like it. Yeah, I can't decide you. Tell me that it's good when it's all said and done. I said it how I feel it. I let them hear the fear of a passive aggressive.
This looks a little interesting to me, but I'm gonna keep going. Mind you, the base for this sauce was cornstarch and oil with milk and chicken broth. Like, it is thickening, but like I don't too much like the color, so I'm about to add some seasoning. Purposefully, I'm gonna hold off on the salt though, because I just tasted a piece of that roasted chicken sausage and it is hecka good, but it also feels like it has its fair share of salt, so I'm gonna do that last. And I'm feeling like I want a little kick in my pasta, so a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit more. Ow. Now I'm supposed to remove this from the heat and little by little add in the Greek yogurt. Y'all, I don't I'm looking at what's inside this pot and I'm just like, girl, what? Which I'm assuming the reason why I have to do this off the heat is to keep it from clumping, because I don't think I've ever made, no, I know for sure I've never made Alfredo sauce with Greek yogurt, but I have done a broccoli soup with Greek yogurt before, and if I'm remembering right, it called for me to do the same thing, just add the Greek yogurt off the heat. So, because I don't want no kernels up in here, I'm gonna do what they asking. Okay, you seeing what I'm seeing? Is the camera focusing? Okay, hold on. Like, it's looking like a sauce, but also
It's looking a little suspicious to me, but I'm gonna keep going because I think the only thing left for me to do is bring this up to a simmer, and then I need to add in my Parmesan cheese, my pasta, and my chicken sausage, and this is gonna be ready to go. Now, I was going to add in a little bit of broccoli, but I am pushing for time because I actually have a meeting right after this lunch slot that I have allotted for myself today, so I don't really have time to be fooling around with this. Now, the ultimate flop would be if this was nasty. Oh my gosh, because I'm telling you right now, that granola, baby, that granola, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save it. It was not even in there for the full amount of time that it called for, but yet I feel like it's burnt. Not even I feel like, I'm looking at it and I believe it's burnt. So I don't too much know. I have finished my little preparations and whatnot, and I put most of everything away. I did not end up using all the chicken sausage because I think 2 packs together was like 24 ounces. And although I am a girl that loves a good protein, I did not want to like completely overtake what was supposed to be a pasta dish with a bunch of chicken sausage. But this is what it looks like. Okay, wait, can you even see? Here you go. This is what it looks like. And I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but the sauce definitely has a different kind of texture going on. It's not giving like creamy, silky, smooth like a regular Alfredo would. I will tell you, if this is good, the way that I will make this next time is that I will warm up my liquids and then take out some of the liquid and make a slurry, because trying to cook cornstarch in oil is a waste of time. It clumps. So that is one thing that I will do differently, but let's get into it. Here goes nothing. Okay. Very pleasantly surprised. This is not bad at all. Okay, what I'm gonna tell you is that you can definitely taste the fact that it's not original Alfredo, okay? This, you definitely will notice that this is a healthier version of Alfredo. However, this is not a bad substitute. It's really not. The Greek yogurt, you can taste it a little bit, but I think the tang would be more pronounced if you used like traditional Greek versus like Greek plain, if that makes sense. Like the smoother one and not the thicker one. The thicker one tends to have more tang in it, but this is actually decent. Well, I'm gonna put the recipe down in the description box. If you're interested, try it out. Let me know what you thought. I do wish I had some bread though. I could use a fat slice of garlic bread, of which I have absolutely zero, so that's an L on my part. What I do have though is another poppy to try. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should mention about this recipe. The addition of salt. I didn't end up adding any because between the sausage and the tang in the yogurt and the additional salt from the Parmesan cheese, I don't think it needed any. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I'm not a Coca-Cola girl at all. However, this is good. It really is reminiscent of a cherry cola. Now there's a little bit of, you know, residual after the fact because there's apple cider vinegar in here, but this is not bad. All right, go ahead, girl. And last but not least, so I can get my behind back to work, this is our granola. Okay, and looking at this, baby, it's burnt. Like, it's burnt, like especially around the edges. So I'm gonna scoop that like off, and I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. However, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm gonna scoop off all the little edges because they are visibly burnt. But as far as whether or not this came out in chunks, which, you know, the burnt part can be fixed because that just means I need to completely ignore the cooking times on that recipe. But what I was aiming for was something that can be broken up. And once again, it's, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I'm getting chunks. Do they last long? No, because as soon as I drop it, it's crumbling. So, okay, the middle part is a little bit over too, but it's not so bad that I cannot suffer through the middle section of this granola, and then I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and see if I can find another recipe and try again. I know that there's people who make their granola with like a, not like a crumble base, but they use flour, which helps the oats stick together. I was just trying not to do that. So I'm gonna salvage what I can, okay? And then take it back to the drawing board. If it was not over, it would taste way better. Not even just because it's burnt, but like the flavor profile, as simple as it was good. So, I mean, I'll leave the recipe for this too down in the description box, but also your mileage may vary, okay? Ignore the cooking times on that recipe and just sit and watch it, because at first it was in there for 15 minutes and the 15 minutes seemed to be fine, but then it had you pull it out, flatten it again, and put it in for an additional 10. And I didn't even leave it in for the additional 10 and it's still burnt. So maybe do 10 minutes the first round and then take it out and do an additional 10 minutes, but like watch it during that 10 minutes, because following the times on the recipe, it didn't work for me. Okay, anyway, let me take my little healthy Alfredo and my wannabe Coca-Cola back to my desk so I can finish out this work day. So far, this day is going better than all the other ones that I've had this week, so I ain't finna complain. Nobody's here but me. I have 15 minutes before I need to be back at my desk for this meeting, but I am hungry. I woke up hungry, but again, woke up just in the nick of time. So I've been sitting at my desk and have not made breakfast for myself. But before I do, I need to test these eggs, okay? Because right here, it is saying August 24th as the sell-by date, and baby, we are a sneeze from the middle of September. And I consulted the Google, and it said that if it sank straight to the bottom, they're fresh, and if they float, they are not. Mind you, I have, well, you know what? I probably need a bigger cup. I've eaten these eggs already this week, and none of them tasted funny, but also for whatever reason, this morning, I'm just like, girl, did you even bother to make sure that these were okay? And I did not. So the egg test is when you, oh please, need more water. When you put them in the water, if they float, they gotta go. If they lean to the side a little bit, it's okay, but you gotta get a move on. Now, this is not floating. Okay, good. And I'm just gonna test one more for good measure, and then I'm gonna have to just be eating eggs for the rest of the weekend. It's at the bottom and it's like wobbling back and forth. So it's not bad, but again, I need to just be really mindful and eat 2, 4, 6 eggs by the weekend. I think that might be possible because I could make some tuna. I'm gonna try and do a very quick scramble and also try to make some pancakes, but I need to wash this real quick. Am I also doing a lot for somebody that needs to be back at their desk in approximately 12 minutes? Yes. Yes, I am. Somebody else. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so good after feeling so defeated at the beginning of this week. I really want to spend my Friday night editing. During my lunch, I was able to work on a video and get that exported, but I want to see if I can at least rough cut another one so that maybe I can get that up in the next couple of days, because like I said, I'm behind and I just really want to catch up. But before I do that and get into my editing cocoon, I wanted to try my little art supplies. Like, this is the one that I got yesterday, and this is the one that I've had for, I don't know, maybe like a week. And to test them, I'm going to be, well, not them, but to test the white one specifically, I'm going to be using these embossing pens from Ranger. Within like this last week and a half, I picked up a hand lettering book because, y'all, I have been wanting to learn how to do this for years and have never pulled the plug on it. I'm not going to say never. I did have another hand lettering book, but obviously I didn't like it because I didn't stick with it. This one was recommended to me, and it's got a couple of different styles of hand lettering inside of it. Some sans serif and then some that are serif. You know what? I didn't even notice these. They have projects on the back where I guess you learn how to combine a couple of different styles. I'm not even gonna keep flipping. It says play hard, nap hard. I feel seen. I feel so seen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to find myself a piece of cardstock, which I don't know if I have any scraps over there, but I'm gonna get myself set up and see if I can trace this and then use my embossing powder just to see how it works, right? And then, because I have not set aside any time to actually create this week, I think I'm going to make myself a Libby cup. I think I have 3 in this box. I already used one for a gift, but I want to see about making another one for myself. I have this one, but I have these laying around, and I'm like, I don't just want to keep having them laying around waiting for a rainy day. Like today, quite frankly, could be a rainy day as soon as the sky opens up because it's giving super gray. I don't know if you could tell by the lighting, it's super dark. It's been like this on and off all day long, but not a drop. Hold on, am I lying? No, not a drop has fallen from the sky. This looks absolutely ridiculous, but listen, I'm gonna learn how to do this for real and not have to trace. So I'm just going to try my best to just fill this in and letter it so I can test my little powder situation. Not the worst, but definitely can improve. Oh, and there's already embossing powder falling out of here. Okay. Messy craft alert. Got it. From what I've seen on the internet, so you just take it and then see, it's like, you could tell that there's something covering the ink. It's supposed to just turn. There we go. That is tight. Do y'all, okay, wait. Do y'all see the shine those letters have? Is it wet? No, but like it's raised off of the paper. Oh, period. When my handwriting, like my hand lettering gets legit, it's over for y'all. Custom gift, what? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I need to plot out how to make an actual card using this embossing stuff because I don't have stamps. And that's the only application that I've seen them in as far as card making. Like eventually when I learn how to write better, I would be able, oh my gosh, if they have a brush pen for this. Yeah, it's over for y'all. Classic me wanting to try craft before I have all my stuff together. But I tried to write hello. And this is the silver. And you do the same thing. You just pour it over. I want to make sure I have that everywhere. That's gonna show up so good. Okay. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is so tight. Let me turn the camera around because I don't know if the quality right. Do you see that? The embossing powder, it literally, it sticks to the letters and it just melts on there. And then here's the black. Just in case the other one didn't show right. That was actually really fun. Okay. excuse me for being excited about art supplies, but like as the weather cools down, I already know I'm not about to be outside and I'm gonna need something to do. I have also just been stacking my craft supplies up as of late, and I ordered this pack of vinyl off of Amazon. I was in some group on the internet where the ladies was talking about Amazon was having a sale on vinyl, so I got this big old multi-pack and it was cheap. I think it was like, I don't know, this might have been $12. All right, these are all the vinyl colors that I have that came from that pack. I believe it's 2 per color, and then I picked up this holographic vinyl from Hobby Lobby. This is just permanent vinyl because I wanted to try my luck at either making stickers or bookmarks. Really, bookmarks are the priority because, girl, I be reading. And then I also picked up the other day this color here, this color here, and I think that's it. I also have added a watercolor set. Girl, I'm telling you, like I want to be in my craft bag, and nothing facilitates that than adding to your collection. So I have watercolor paper that I got from Michael's, and then I also bought an intro to wet mediums trial box from Faber-Castell. It comes with all of this, and I think this was all of like $15. So I mean, I don't know when I am going to get around to all of these craft things that I want to do, but just knowing that I have the materials lets me know that, you know, on a rainy day I could get things popping. Little bit of a hiccup with this vinyl. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's very clear to me I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is the vinyl that I'm using. If you could tell, it's like a rose gold foil, and I was reading online and some people were saying with foil vinyl, sometimes it has a clear coat on the top of it that you need to peel off before you have your Cricut cut it. And the reason why I even was on the internet was because the first time I cut this, it was not cutting all the way through. So I cut it a second time and it was better, but I was like, why didn't it cut all the way through? So then I got to picking at it, thinking that this was a clear adhesive layer, and the camera is probably not gonna pick that up, but if you see the residue here, that is actually the rose gold coming up. So I decided that maybe this foil brand does not have a clear layer on the top, so I cut it again. I'm still hesitant to weed this, so I'm actually just gonna save this one for last. I am going to start with the easy stuff, which is this orange vinyl here, because it's just a bunch of blobs for the pumpkins. And then this next one is just the leaves. There we go. Oh, so I need to weed the inside of all of these pumpkins? Okay, this is gonna take me a while. Time lapse. There's a piece down here of the foil missing because when I was lifting it up, the plastic separated from the foil part. I'm just gonna table this. I will find some kind of a solution because I really had my heart set on making this cup, and quite frankly, I'm not gonna stop until I make it. So I'm gonna clean up my little station and then get myself set up for editing. So basically, I might as well end the vlog here. So thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.